Hey, what is up guys? Jay here from MJ Tech. Today coming with a really awesome engine from bicycleengines.com. It has a 50 millimeter bore and a 40 millimeter stroke, giving it a true 78.6 cc of power. And what we know, the Phantom is a true 85. The difference is not that dramatic. We have to see, guys, how well this engine does. Without further ado, let's do the unboxing and see what comes inside. And here we go. It took about 4 days to arrive from bicycleengines.com from the moment I placed the order to the time that they shipped it. It took about 4 days, and they do ship quite fast. It came via UPS. Let's go ahead and set this aside. So anyways, here we have the content inside. We have one box in which comes with the engine, of course, and then you get all the accessories for it. So let's see what we have inside of this box, and I may just lay it out to make it a little bit easier. But in here we just have the standard kit that comes with the throttle, the gas tank, all of that good stuff. I'm just gonna go ahead and lay it out and then show you guys everything that comes inside. Alrighty guys, so these are all the parts that we get. The engine right now is currently on the floor, and well, we can take a quick look at it. Nothing that we haven't seen before. Alright, this is the Firestorm, or also known as the Zeta 100 right here. Okay, and so this one, I believe it has a 69 millimeter piston rod, something of that nature. I'm not sure, I have to verify that. But we do have here the gas tank. It came with the handle grips, and of course the throttle as well, the throttle cable. We get a spark plug. Now check this out guys, we have a special CDI with dual spark plug connections right here. This is for that special head, and it also came with the standard one as well. We get here the pipe. Now keep in mind guys that this head will not be included with this particular engine. You have to purchase this separately. And here we have the cylinder with the piston as well. This is a 50 millimeter piston, by the way. And so we get the motor mounts. We have here the kill switch, which goes along with the throttle over here. We get the clutch lever. We get the wires here for the clutch, and also the one for the throttle for your carburetor. We get the 415 chain, and we do get some manuals here that teaches you how to install it. If you want more details, you can download their PDF file. We get the bearing type of chain tensioner. We get some more rubber mounts on here. We get the petcock, some tools to remove certain components of the engine. We have the little spark plug tool, so on and so forth. We get the gas tank cap, and that's pretty much it guys. Again, this is the kit that we usually get when we buy an engine from, let's say, a China doll. From anywhere you get a similar type of accessory kit, and everything came as described here guys. Alrighty guys, so we got the Firestorm all set up and ready to go. Make sure that you grease everything on the clutch side, and also we have this little clutch arm that, well, the pin that goes inside doesn't have grease at all. I like to use marine grease, and then check all of your bolts, make sure that everything is nice and tight, including your magneto in here. And yes guys, we got here the reed, we upgraded to the window piston, and we also got this dual spark plug head. And the spark plugs were not gapped correctly, they had to be gapped at 0.025. Both of them, they came at 0.030, and for this you have to use a tool that looks like this to make sure that they are properly gapped. Otherwise they might not work correctly. So like I said, we got this thing set to go. I might just go ahead guys and install that belly pipe right out of the bat. The reason is that this pipe is just way restricted. I mean, just check this out. It's going to make things a lot slower. And so yeah, I mean, I can always remove the cap right here, but yeah, I might not just even use it at all. I would just go ahead and install the belly pipe. I know it's not a fair comparison to the Phantom 85, but the Phantom does have a bigger exhaust system to where it breathes a lot more, or at least it spits the air a lot better. There's a lot more flow into it, and eventually we will update the Phantom 85 to a proper pipe. But yes, I'm going to go ahead and not install this and just go straight to the belly pipe and see what happens guys. We had to break it in very slowly. I will do that, and hopefully by the time you guys finish this video, I have already broken it in at least a little bit. Out with the old and in with the new. Well guys, we are done here with the Firestorm 100 Max. We got it installed into the Hyper Cruiser frame, and well, we know already the story behind this Hyper Cruiser. We did add a suspension on the front, now it has disc brakes. We eliminated the coastal brakes. That's not safe. As a matter of fact, these rims are 12 gauge spoke rims. We are running it on a 36T sprocket with the Mikuni VM18 clone. This is the reed. We have a dual spark plug system. Now I already tested this engine. As a matter of fact, it has been broken in, and this doesn't really add any speed or power. It's basically just so that it starts a little bit faster. That's the only thing I noticed between this and the Phantom 85, in which we will be comparing it. The Phantom 85 is always going to be the Phantom 85. This is a true 85cc motor. We have basically the same thing here, a 36T sprocket with the Mikuni clone, the reed. Everything is exactly the same except for the pipe. This is not an expansion chamber. On this one, we do have the MC65 clone pipe with a silencer. That's the only difference between one and the other, but besides that, they are running pretty much the same components, same gasoline with the mixture. Everything else is the same. As a matter of fact, I added the same thumb throttle on this bike. Used to have the twist throttle. I upgraded to this one, and we are all set to go guys. We have gas on both of them. Like I said, same mixture, so that way nothing really changes when it comes to all of the equipment that we have on each engine. So without further ado, before it rains, let's go for a ride and test it out. So here we go guys, we are starting now with the Hyper Cruiser and the Firestorm 100 Max. I just really hope that rain doesn't ruin it for me. So anyways, cold start. We have the choke on support. Right up. This is what I was mentioning about dual spark plug system. It works so much better on cold starts. Right here guys, we're doing about 22 miles an hour. That's warming it up. Again, very similar setup in the sense that we have the same sprockets. Both bikes weigh about the same, and of course the same rider. There we go. I don't know, I feel like we have an exhaust leak somewhere. I can hear it. But yes, I know this is a little bit of a short ride, but this is just to show you guys the difference between torque in, you know, one and the other engine. This engine, what I like about it mainly is the fact that parts are interchangeable very easily. You can find parts for this one. If you want to add a pipe, there's headers that you can get pretty much anywhere, including eBay. And yeah, I mean, parts are just easily available, including here at bicycleengines.com. Now, for the Phantom 85, it's a different story. You had to buy parts that are customized by private sellers, and it is a little bit harder, and the investment is a little bit more. However, guys, right out of the box with the Phantom 85, you will get a lot more power. What I can tell you is that this one with the dual spark plug does start a little bit faster, guys. So let's run back to the house, and then we will get the Phantom 85, and then just give you a quick comparison. You're gonna do about the same distance, so that way you guys have an idea of how fast each one gets in about the same time. So up to this car, we're all set here. There we go. Alright guys, now we're going to jump into the Phantom 85 and redo the whole thing again, but I can tell you already based on experience that the Phantom, it's obvious to say guys, we don't have to be Einstein. Also, another thing I noticed about the Phantom 85 is the fact that it is balanced, and I'm talking about the crank, or at least pre-balanced. This one tends to shake a little bit more than the shakiness I get from the Phantom 85 guys. So let's stop it here, grab the other bike. Alright, so here we go now with the Phantom 85. This is my third attempt recording, but my camera seems to be having an issue. But hopefully this time we can get it. Again, the Phantom 85 also broken in. This time it's warmed up, because when I thought it was recording when it was cold, it wasn't recording guys. So here we go, let's have some fun. Right here, guys, it is obvious to say which one is my favorite engine, which one goes faster. I mean, in terms of getting parts, the Firestorm 100 Max is going to be a lot better for you. In terms of speed, power, we know the Phantom 85 is the king, hands down. Both engines obviously can be found at bicycleengines.com, which is great. You can compare prices. The Firestorm, that one, the 100 Max, is about $219 right now. And we know the Phantom 85 is $299. And even out of the box, you can do up to 42 miles an hour. We just did 44, and the max I've done with the stock pipe, but a better carb, was about 47. We needed a little bit more road to finish it, but it is still great, guys. Let's head on back. That is it for today's comparison between the Firestorm 100 Max and the Phantom 85. Obvious to say that the Phantom 85 is a faster motor, but like I said before, if you guys are looking for interchangeable parts in case something breaks down, then you will be much better off here with this Firestorm. Keep in mind that even this fake MC65 pipe fits right on. I didn't have to do any customizations. And that's why this one doesn't have an expansion chamber, because I had to cut this off and weld the pipe. And sometimes these things can be an inconvenience for a lot of people, but if you are into the hobby, deep into the hobby, well, that shouldn't be a problem for you. In my personal preference, I like the Phantom 85 better, even though parts are not yet fully available, but they will be soon. This one retails for $299 from bicycleengines.com, and the Firestorm, this one retails for about $219. They currently have a special going on, again at the same place, bicycleengines.com. With this being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions down below, and also let me know which bike you like the best. Thank you. Subscribe, comment, and share. Click on the bell icon, and I'll see you on my next one.